Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, Date Night Part 2 with Dollar Bill and Poppy. And for some odd reason, because this has just been a running joke at this point, is that he goes to Georgino's, and I'm like, so you're going to keep going back to the same place that you don't like Deacon and you don't like Sheila. Two people you don't like, and yet you keep going back to the same place. And the only thing I can sit there and say about that, besides the fact that it's funny, is that when it comes towards good food, it will damn near surpass anything. Okay? It's like I don't care how much I don't like somebody. If their food is really good, I'm just going to sit there and deal with it. And that's what he does. So he takes her there. You got Deacon and Sheila, just kind of spectating her date. Sheila having her resentment. And Sheila also being their waiter. Now, of course, Poppy finds out, oh, it's that Sheila that sat there and tried to kill my sister. So she's ready to sit there and take a drink and just throw it in her face at this point. But, Bill's just like, you know what, listen, she's not worth it. On top of that, chick's a sociopath. So let's just sit there and enjoy our date. And that's literally what they do. Bill listening there putting on a dollar bill charm as usual. Starts playing some music, right? He starts playing some music. She starts dancing. I laughed my ass off. I was just like, it's just this scene literally came out of nowhere. Everyone starts clapping. I'm like, B&B in 2024. This is the tone that they're going with, and I'm here for it. Because I am here for all the laughs that this show can sit there and provide me with. Now, while Eric is not there getting discharged from the hospital, Ridge keeps not there second guessing himself. There was something that Brooke said. Brooke was like, well, just to sit there and think, now that he's coming back, I mean, there was a point that you're going to sit there and pull the plug. And I'm just like, why the hell would you say that for? I mean, are you trying to make him feel bad? Like, he's coming back home, and I mean, if we left it up to you, well, he wouldn't be, because he'll be dead in the ground. That's how I took that scene. That's how I took it. Eric comes back. Carter's there. He says some nice moving things, and then he disappears. Now, I said this in my live stream yesterday, and I feel like it bears repeating. What is the point of Carter actually being on the show right now? I mean, when I started watching this show, at least they gave Carter stories. Were they, well, I mean, let's sit there and think about that sad-ass, pathetic wedding that he had with Paris and no friends that they could have just dragged up. You had Bill there. You had Bill Spencer. This is just, it's like, this is the type of stories that they're giving him, but at least they were giving him stories. Now, he's there less than 5 seconds, and then he's gone. He's paired up with someone that the audience seems like, why are you doing this? Why are you putting him with Katie for? This makes no sense. I feel bad for I partly feel bad for the actor, even though I know he does do writing and stuff like that for the show too. But it's like, just give this man a story at this point. Anyway, he was there. He says some moving stuff. And, Eric talks about the light and his experience and everything. Because Ridge, he's still second guessing himself. He's like, did you want to sit there and leave us? Did you want to sit there and leave us? And then after he talks about how warm and loving the afterlife was, that he met Stephanie and everything like that. and that there's nothing to fear as far as, crossing over to the other side. Now he's like, he feels even more disappointed in himself. And that's, like I said, that's a very, very tough position that I wouldn't wish on anyone. Some people was upset with Ridge because he was going to let his dad go. And people was saying that, it was very selfish of him. And if it was me, if I had more time with my dad, I would sit there and take it. But the thing is, some of the people that was upset with him about, him wanting to let his dad go were thinking about themselves. And while I do understand that, when it comes towards your loved ones, there's no right or wrong answer. Being selfish and wanting back for you, it's a human thing. At the same time, the hardest decision is a self-sacrifice one. It's not do it for you, it's to do it for them. And so I understand where Reg is coming from. While everyone else is they're giving him grief and everything, I understand where he's coming from. Because that's not an easy decision to sit there and make. And it's a very selfless one. It's a very harsh one that he would have to sit there and live with for the rest of his life and constantly sit there and remind himself that he did it for him. It was about him. It was about Eric. It wasn't about himself and about what he wanted. Now, before I do go, I will sit there and say one of my theories that I do sit there and have is, I feel like Lee's going to sit there and try to do something to screw up Poppy's relationship by being a cock blocker, talking slander to Bill as far as, oh, you need to sit there and stay away from her. She's a gold digger, da 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 da. Way back when, people wanted those two to be together. That didn't happen. They didn't make that happen. They wanted Taylor to be with Bill. They didn't make that happen either. What they did was make Carter be with Katie, and people didn't want that. So, B&B is, batting 1,000 at this point. But I feel like that's what's going to wind up happening. I can't really think of anything else. So with that being said, I'm going to go. Now, if I did forget anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll sit there and talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. Since today is Thursday, I'm going to be on for an hour and a half. Since I got to wake up super early. But we're going to sit there and talk about all the shows. So with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.